fight, it is over. Canelo gets the knockout. Tay Wilder has eradicated
Yo, man, you know what this is. It's your favorite channel. This is CTB. This is Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Say what up to him, man.
What's up, everybody? Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel growing. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing.
It's a fact. Most definitely, this is the place where the fight fans come to get these delicious entrees of boxing knowledge. What's on the menu for today, bro?
Shakur Stevenson. Let's give a recap of the fight last night and what we thought about it.
All right, man, let's do it. Let's serve him up. It was a great fight in my eyes, man. A lot of pure boxing fans enjoyed last night. We all called it perfectly. We both did, I think. The only thing we was wrong on was we called a stoppage, and which I kind of regret doing now. I kind of regret predicting the stoppage because the broadcasting and how they broadcasted and how the announcers called the fight. So now I feel kind of guilty that I fell into that same trap that Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward fell into last night. Break it down for him, man. Let me know how you felt about the fight in total.
I thought it was a boxing masterclass. I thought it was a great performance. I thought he put on a great show. I mean, if you look at the fight and you know boxing, you can tell Stevenson is a special fighter. That he has a great future. He's gonna be a pound for pound star. He said in the fight that he didn't feel too good. So that might have had a lot to do with him not really pressing the gas. But as far as his defense, his counter punching, you know what I'm saying, getting in position. I see him and the guy had a problem because, you know, one guy being orthodox and one guy being southpaw, they kept stepping on each other's feet. But he adjusted that. You know, he did what he needed to do. And I thought he did great, man. I mean, of course, as you know, we want to see knockouts and knockdowns. But me being a boxing fanatic, I like, you know, the chess match in the sport. I like to watch the skills, so I'm intrigued either or. So to me, he didn't disappoint me at all. He did what he needed to do. I'm still excited to watch his next fight and see where he go from here.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. It was a mess. It was a shit show, but it wasn't because of Shakur Stevenson to me. Shakur Stevenson did what he's supposed to do. He went in there and made a C+ fighter look like a C+ fighter. He pretty much showed that a fighter with one punch can't touch him, which is what he was supposed to do. He's a defensive wizard. He's like a young Floyd. I know we compare a lot of people to Floyd, but he literally showed you that he's a young Floyd in there. He took away the guy's best weapon and made him look ordinary in there, which is what he's supposed to do. What I did not like about it was, first of all, I'm gonna start with the referee. I didn't like the referee constantly threatening to take points and constantly stopping the fight because of the foot stepping. Everybody know when you have a right-handed and left-handed fighter, me being southpaw myself, I stepped on plenty of toes before, in sparring or whatever. It's going to happen. When you're a left-handed and a right-handed fighting each other, your lead foot is on the same side. You're gonna be a lot of toe stepping. Sometimes you'll jam your toes together, which hurts like shit, to be honest. But sometimes you'll bump toes together a lot because your foot, you fighting for that placement. So it's part of the sport. It's part of their what's what I'm looking for. Part of their strategy. It's part of the strategy is to get around that lead foot, whether you gotta try to get inside dominant, outside dominant of that foot. It's part of the chess match, man. So I didn't like the referee constantly stopping the action and constantly, I think, even threatening to take points at one point. He threatened to take points away from the foot stepping. To me, that ruined it a little bit. But then the announcers also ruined it for me, man. They kind of ruined it. Timothy Bradley repeatedly saying that Shakur should go for the stoppage of the knockout, and he need to press the gas. And I mean, that was Timothy Bradley's style. So I kind of expected him to be that way because he was that balls to the wall type fighter. When he fought, it got him in trouble when he fought the Russian dude. Yeah, and almost got knocked out in that fight for doing that same thing. But I didn't expect that from Andre Ward, man. I didn't expect Andre Ward to be on board with that. So what was your opinion, man, of Andre Ward feeding into the Timothy Bradley's commentating?
I didn't like it. I mean, he wasn't as bad as Timothy Bradley. I guess They said a couple times during the fight, hey, try to press the gas, try to get him out of there, try to go for it. Fine, but they said from round 6, round 7, round 8, round 9, and they repeatedly say it over and over again. It got old after a while, and then by you saying it over and over again, you kind of brainwash fans to forgetting about the masterclass performance and then concentrating on him not stopping the guy.
Exactly.
So it becomes like you said, more of a shit show, and people looking at it like, oh, the boring fight. So, and for Andre Ward, for a guy that had a similar style, that wasn't overly aggressive, didn't take too many chances, was more of a counter puncher, calculated as far as when he threw a punch or he put himself at risk, he should understand more, that style of fighting. And he should have been a little bit more, as far as explaining to people that maybe casuals is watching the fight, the reasoning behind why Shakur may not be taking certain chances or whatever. But instead, he just critiqued his performance and pretty much criticized the whole fight with Bradley and pretty much agreed with him instead of pretty much setting him straight and letting him know, hey, it's more to a boxing match than knocking somebody out or putting yourself in danger. Or, like you said, they could have mentioned what happened to Devin Haney. Like I said, Devin Haney had similar criticism, and then he goes out in that fight and gets to the back end of the fight, and he goes for it and gives the fan what they want, and then what happens? He gets caught, and then he becomes a joke, and everybody's laughing and talking about how he looked disappointed and he's showing weakness when the guy dominated for 10 and a half rounds. So you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. If you go take a chance and you get caught, people want to say that you've been exposed and that your defense is bad, that you're not as good as you say you are. Then if you don't take a chance and you pretty much watch the guy 12-0, you're just a boring fighter. So, man, I don't know. I think it's a lot of politics in boxing, especially, to be honest, with black fighters. But, it is what it is. I understand how it works.
Yeah, I understand how it works too, man. It's just sad to see one of my all-time favorites, and Andre Ward, feed into it. I kind of expected more. I kind of expected him to be more of a teacher of it for the fans, more than just a company man of the fans, for ESPN rather. So yeah, that kind of took me away too, man. I'm kind of glad you mentioned the Devin Haney fight, because now Devin Haney's been pretty much, people saying exposed. I don't necessarily say it's exposed. The only thing I would say is he got exposed by feeding into the crowd. Yeah, he got exposed by going off emotion. But as far as skill set, I don't think Devin Haney's been exposed, quote unquote. So from people to go from Devin Haney and saying he's been exposed for getting hit one time in the fight, to now saying that Shakur Stevenson is boring because he didn't take risks and get hit in the fight, it made Shakur Stevenson come out on Twitter today and apologize to fans for a quote unquote lackluster performance. I'm just disgusted about that, man. I don't feel like that young man needs to throw an apology to anybody. I think he did his job in there. He looked spectacular. And the fact that he felt the need that he needed to apologize for not knocking that guy out, to me, is bad. It's wrong, man. It kind of takes away from it for me a little bit. What you think about his apology on Twitter, man, and telling the fans he was sorry for not doing more than he needed to do?
He didn't know. He don't owe anybody anything. He did what he was supposed to do. Like, I was amazed how great his defense is. Exactly. I was at awe. Like, I was looking at it and I was like, God damn, like, it was tied in the corner. The guy would throw 5 or 6 punches and he would just, he would weave and bob and then slide out and count out and throw a little check hook. And I said, damn, he looked a lot like Mayweather. So I was blown away by his performance. So I don't know why he's apologizing. He did what he was supposed to do. Every fight, you're not going to knock people out, especially as you go up in competition. It's harder to stop people. I'm just tired of the double standards. Like, as far as boxers. I look at stuff like with Inoue. He's a great fighter also, but when he had a tough fight with Durnay, had a tough fight with him. Everybody called him a warrior. Everybody said it was a good fight. Nobody said he was exposed. Right. Estrada fought, and pretty much the dude got robbed that beat him. Yeah. Nobody said he was exposed.
That's a good point.
Lomachenko fought the guy on the undercard, the co-main event. What was his name? That Tank beat the crap out of, but he won last night.
What are you talking about? Yeah. Pedraza.
Did you see Lomachenko's eyes after that fight? They both were swole up. Nobody said he was exposed.
Yep.
Everybody said he was a warrior. He fought a great fight. Yep. When the last guy that Linares put him on his ass, nobody said Lomachenko was exposed. They said he got back up and beat the guy. Ryan Garcia. Nobody said he was exposed when he got knocked down by Luke Campbell, and so on.
So on and so on, bro.
So let's just stop with this. Just give these guys their credit, because then you get upset when these guys start calculating their career and saying, I'm not gonna fight this fight here.
Exactly.
So just think about that. When you want these big fights and you want the best to fight each other, stop critiquing and criticizing everything they do, because then they say, well, I could fight Jamal Herring next, but if I almost get beat, then people are gonna say I ain't what I said I was. So let me fight 2 touch-up fights and give me a little bit of money and play it safe. So if you don't want these guys to play it safe, stop being assholes and stop criticizing these great performances by these young kids, so the sport can grow.
Man, most definitely, you hit all counterpoints in that one, man. All counterpoints in that one. That's a good breakdown. Yeah, just let the sport grow, man. Just respect the styles, man, because like I said, styles make fights, and defensive wizard is Shakur Stevenson style. So just appreciate his style for what it is, and stop trying to make fighters what they ain't. Because when you try to make fighters what they ain't, they wind up getting caught. So just let fighters be what it is. And then to all the fighters out there who watch this show, don't feed into it, man. Don't feed into the narrative that you have to go out here and be a power puncher and knock everybody out. Because some of them guys who telling you that you need to be a power puncher never was. Timothy Bradley was never no power puncher, man. He won't never knock nobody out like that. So don't let Timothy Bradley go out there and tell you that you need to go out there and knock somebody out. With that being said, man, this is your favorite channel. You got anything else you want to add to this before we get out of here?
Nah, I think we covered it.
I think we covered it all too, man. With that being said, this is your favorite channel, man. The CTB. Shit Chantel Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Cut him out of here, man.
All right, everybody. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel growing. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing. Logo at the bottom of the screen. Just click on it and hit the subscribe button, man. If you love boxing like you say you do. But most of all, God, peace, and love, and we out of here.